Getting files through the system right now is tough. Speed is of essence. Remin Wholesale, 3-day turn times on everything. Govies, conventional, doesn't matter. 3-day turn times. Oh, and premium pricing as well. Click the banner you see right here. Get your 3-day turn times. It's right below the video, or it's over on your right. 3-day turn times with Remin Wholesale.
You know, I was the moderator on a panel for NAM National with a bunch of loan officers, and we asked them questions about what's the most important thing to them right now, and every single one of them said turn times was more important than pricing. So imagine if you could put both of those together. That's what Remin's doing, guys. Seriously, check it out. It's great. So on with the show. Here's some really great news for real estate owners in Portland, Oregon. By the way, this should also scare the hell out of every mom and pop landlord in the country. Now, are you ready for this one?
In Portland, if you own a rental and you decide to raise the rent and your tenant says they can't pay the increase in rent, then you, the landlord, are on the hook for their moving expenses. Here's a quote.
This rule will apply to rent increases issued through March 31st, 2021, and puts landlords on the hook for between $2,900 and $4,500 to allow tenants to move. Furthermore, this rule could be extended past March 2021, depending on how circumstances shake out.
But it gets better. The landlord also needs to give 90 days notice before they can even raise the rent.
I'm telling you, what do they say about the road to hell? Okay, this is multifaceted, but here's one. The problem is this. Many of these landlords haven't received rent for the past 7 months because of COVID. So think of this. Now the landlord gives 90 days notice with no rent. That takes the landlord up to, I don't know, say 10 months without rent. Then the landlord has a fair market rent increase. The tenant says they can't pay it, and now the landlord has to pay up to $4,500 on top of no rent for 10 months to relocate this person? This is scary, guys, but let's keep going with it.
Approximately 50% of all tenant-occupied single-family residences in the country are owned by individuals who own only one investment property. Or to put it another way, 50% of rental properties are very mom and pop owned. They're folks working on shoestring budgets who can ill afford no rents for 10 months and then need to pay $4,500 in reload costs. This is going to bankrupt many small real estate investors. Question: with this law, why on earth would anyone want to buy an investment property?
In fact, what the law will do is force the small investor out of the investment market, leaving only the large investment conglomerates to stay in the market.
Now, if this can happen in Portland, can the idea spread? A question: how many cities or states in the country share Portland's insane values? Well, the states of New York, California, Washington, Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey, just off the top of my head, and countless cities in all the other states.
In short, this may sound crazy and something only Portland would do, but don't be surprised if other cities in some states look at the trailblazing socialists in Portland and say, maybe we should do this too.
Now, you may disagree. You may think this is a good thing. Maybe you're right. However, if you look at Europe going through a second lockdown and with cases spiking in the States, we are talking about a second round of lockdowns. There's only so much an economy can take without a second round of stimulus. The effects of the virus, along with policy, can and will eventually make its way to housing. So knocking out and taking out small investors from the real estate market, a group that represents 50% of single-family residence investment properties, would be a catastrophic blow to our industry. This policy, though it is well intended, could have that very effect. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Leave us your comments if you can. Forward, share, subscribe, and get our mobile app by doing this.
Download the National Real Estate Post mobile app today. Available on Apple Store and Google Play. Just search National Real Estate Post.